Hey Pisces, welcome to the channel. Pisces, you, Scorpio, and Cancer were the zodiacs that I decided to do bonus readings for this time. So this is a bonus love reading for you, Pisces. We're going to do it just like we did it before. We're going to pick a bonus card and we're going to save it till the end. And then we're going to continue on with our messages, okay? So starting with your bonus card, let's give it a really good shuffle. And then we're going to pick one out of here for you, Pisces, okay? So this will be your bonus card. So messages for Pisces, 2 and 3. So that's going to be your bonus, Pisces. Okay, so let's see what messages we have for you for your bonus reading in love for January. Okay, let me just bundle up here because this room is really cold and we'll get into your reading. So messages for Pisces spirit. Love messages for Pisces. What messages do you have for Pisces in love? And Pisces, this is a good thing because not all of you are on the same journey. So having a little bonus message here gives an opportunity for some other people to get, you know, a message in love. Okay, so let's see what we have for you guys. So we have the card of trust, and this is the Fool energy. So the Fool is an card that speaks about new beginnings, new adventures, taking a leap of faith, or ultimately surrendering something completely, like surrendering, you know, the way you feel or your happiness or your emotions, you know, out into the atmosphere and allowing whatever it is meant to be, you know, to be, trusting that, you know, things will work out in your love life or work out in a particular relationship that you're in, Pisces. So right now you're in the energy of letting go, of trusting that what is meant to be will be. Okay. Zeros are about being whole. So I feel that a lot of you are working on just that, like not welcoming any old type of relationship, you know, in your life, but someone who's going to make you feel whole and make you feel complete. Okay, a lot of you are just like, you know what, if I'm going to get into a commitment or get into a relationship, I'm going to give it all or nothing. Okay, I'm going to give everything that I got. I'm going to try to make it work and make sure that this time around it lasts. Okay, so you're trusting that if there is love left out there in the universe, that it's going to find you, and that finally it's going to be the love of a lifetime. Okay, all right, more messages for Pisces, please. More messages for Pisces spirit. All right, so we have control. So you have two major arcanas here when it comes to your love life, Pisces. Control is the Strength card, and yes, it says just what it is. When the energy of strength shows up, it is telling you that you are in control of all of this, right? What you like, what you don't like, what you want, what you don't want, you know, all of it. You have control of all of it. It's not like the universe is just controlling, you know, your every move. I feel that when it comes to energy, the universe kind of aligns things in such a way, right? And in that alignment, you know, there's opportunity for you, there's possibilities, there's potential, you know, all of those things that you need to help guide you or to help you make a decision as far as like what it is that you want in your life, like how you envision your life to be. But you are in full control over everything that you're doing, and that is part of the energy of trust, like trusting that you are in control, trusting that you know what it is that you want. Okay, so when strength shows up, I always say use this, you know, as a superpower. All right, strength is a superpower. When this card shows up, energies of it is telling you to take full advantage of this energy because it is here for you to use at your disposal, okay? Strength card does come with some precautions, right? Because sometimes when you try to control things, you try to manipulate things, or you're maybe too over controlling. Don't do that, because I feel that when you operate in that type of energy, it can kind of teeter more to the darker side, of the negative side. Like trying to over control something, is not always a good idea. So, in love, some of you could be dealing honestly with any sign, because the Fool is all signs. Okay, so you could be dealing with any sign. You also could be dealing with Aquarius. Some people do associate the Fool card with Aquarius, and I think there's another sign also, but I'm not quite sure exactly what that sign is. But ultimately, the World and the Fool usually represents all signs, and some signs, some people do associate Aquarius, and I think another sign with the Fool. Some of you could also be dealing with a Leo, okay? And I do feel that when strength shows up as well, it's kind of like you taking things like, as they come. It's like you're staying determined and you're staying focused when situations occur. Like if you're having a tough time in your relationship right now, you've learned to control yourself. You've learned, not to overextend yourself to people or situations that, are not really serving you the way that you want to be served. However, you are handling, anything that comes your way. Another energy that I'm feeling with a lot of you right now with the Strength card here is that you're trying to hold back from something, all right? You're trying to tame yourself from something that may be tempting you, or potentially trying to persuade you, into doing something or making a move, or anything like that. Like you're holding yourself back, from something here. So not all of you, but some of you could have, that energy around you as well. Okay, so let's move on and see what other messages we have for you guys. Okay. All right. So it looks like we have the Moon here. So Pisces, you're kind of showing up like in your own reading here. The Moon card number 18, which reduces down to a 9. Nines come about when we are trying to wrap things up, close out chapters or cycles, or ultimately when we're trying to let go of things that we feel, maybe holding us back. When 9 show up, this is the time, of healing, okay? It means that healing is coming in, because if you're letting go, clearly if you're letting go of something, most likely, it's not really serving you, okay? Because you're releasing things that are holding you back or holding you down, all right? And the Moon is here asking you to come face to face, right, with the situation that is surrounding you, right, in your love life. The Moon shows up, and a lot of the times it can call out unresolved issues or even traumas that we could be dealing with. All right, the Moon shows up a lot of the times when there's past pain that's still causing us problems till this day. So I can see why you're kind of operating in this energy of 9 and even 8. You have 2 8s here as well, and that's all about abundance and things that are making you happy. 8s also ask us to work on our beliefs and always to stay in gratitude and a loving energy when it comes to relationships. So if some of you may have had some ups and downs in love, the universe is asking you, to stay strong. Like don't fall, into that energy of confusion, or the energy of avoiding your feelings, or, deceiving yourself and feeling like there is not, the potential, for love out there, okay? Because you have this Fool card here, the card of trust. So trust that everything will be okay, that matters of love, if they are hurting, will be healed. have faith that, you know, things will become clear. All right. You don't have to hide in your fears or hide your emotions or your feelings because you may have been hurt in the past. And this isn't all of you, but we do have some really deep cards here, right? The moon card is a very deep card. You know, it speaks of some of the inner things that's going on, you know, some of the things that we need, you know, to bring out, you know, those fears or those feelings that, you know, need a little TLC once in a while. All right, so what else? Without getting into deep and crazy things, the moon can also, you know, speak of things that, you know, deception and things that are being hidden from you, or things of that nature, anxiety, things like that. But we're going to keep this reading as light as possible, okay, without going down that rabbit hole of emotions and feelings and problems and things of that nature, okay, Pisces? So let's see what else we have for you, Spirit. What else do we have for Pisces and love? Oh, down it goes. All right. Really feeling this card. Card number 13 is the card of transformation. So this is something that is trying to change for you, Pisces. There is some type of change that's needed. And personally, I feel it is to help you heal or to move on from something here. I'm sorry, Pisces, I'm just in thought. So this is the Death card in traditional tarot, all right? And this card tells us that, you know, all things must pass and that there's always an ending, and when there's an ending, there's a beginning, okay? But it's kind of like that thing where it's like out with the old, in with the new. I like all of the possibilities with the Death card, okay? I like it because it's like, although you may lose something with the Death card, you also will gain something. So as you suffer a loss, there's something that's being renewed, or there's some type of rebirth. There's a cycle that's ending. It's always going to follow up with a cycle that's going to begin. So I see that you're trying to transition through something here that is pretty heavy on your heart, because we have the moon energy here, and then moons are all about our emotions, our feelings, our deep feelings. And so I feel that you're trying to progress or move on from a particular feeling, or maybe, you know, a particular person that you're involved with, you know, at this time. But I feel for a lot of you, you know, this is easier said than done. All right, it's not as easy as I think you may have thought, or your person may have thought, when it comes to moving on past this particular dynamic. But something is definitely trying to change for you here. There is an energy of freedom or release from something that I feel has been really holding you back or holding you down when it comes to the area of your heart, okay? What else do we have for Pisces? Okay, so there's a cycle, and it's trying to do something. Either it's ending, or there's some type of new beginning somewhere for you guys. All right, nothing ends without something new coming in. So if you're looking for a new relationship, or you're ending one and looking for a new one, I do feel that it's on the horizon. Okay. All right, we had a flipper here. Yeah, there it is. So the Ace of Fire. Like I said, I do personally feel that there is something here that's trying to either reunite or ignite, or there is something new that is just coming in as a whole, because you've walked away from something here. I can see it. You have kind of detached yourself because I think you feel that there was happiness maybe elsewhere, or maybe you weren't getting what you desired, you know, from this previous relationship. All right, but the Ace of Wands is here to take you on a new adventure, to inspire you all over again, okay, or to put that spark back into your life. The Ace of Fire reminds us that there is infinite potential out there. If it failed in one area of your life, there's no need to give up on love. There's always new possibilities out there. And I know that you have the willpower to do it, because I see strength is here, okay? The Ace of Fire reminds us of that inner spark. It reminds us of that willpower, right? New passions, new attractions, again, new potentials or potential in the area of love in your life. So if you're looking, it's there. If you're not, then whenever you're ready, right? Pisces, whenever you're ready. All right, what else for Pisces? All right, we got, so we have Messenger of Earth. So we have a page appearing here, and pages show up, again, bringing us information, you know. You could be getting a call, you know, particularly from an earth sign, or again, it could be any sign, but the Page of Pentacles, it's kind of like it's a really slow energy. It kind of really does take its time, but it's good news nevertheless. And I feel like for some of you, you do want to manifest something new, right? You do want a solid, you know, start, you know, with someone or with someone new, or overall just a new start, period, because Page of Pentacles also speaks of solid start, solid relationships, okay? So you have something new definitely on the horizon here for you if you want it. You have two cards here that are indicative of that, the Ace of Fire and the Messengers of Earth. So you probably can expect, you know, to hear from somebody, okay? Six of Pentacles, you got a lot of home energy, foundational energy starting to come into the reading now. We have another earth sign. I feel that a lot of you have put a lot of time, money, and energy into something else, okay? But now you want what you give, okay? You want to share something. The Six of Earth is all about sharing, giving and receiving, acts of kindness, you know, being taken care of. And this is what a lot of you are needing right now, you know, to, you know, find the type of love or relationship that's going to give to you, you know, not just take, you know, maybe somebody to even spoil you, you know, just a little bit. But I feel a lot of you, you know, are in need of being hugged or being taken care of, you know, someone, you know, to talk to, you know, wash your hair, you know, rub your back, you know, things like that. I just feel like you need that, because the Six of Pentacles speaks of that easy energy of giving and receiving, and just being in that energy of, you know, reciprocation, okay? And what else for Pisces? Messages for Pisces, please. All right, Pisces, the cards are so quiet right now. Messages for Pisces. All right, we got two actually. So we have Justice, and we also have the Page of Air. So lots of communication here, all right? I don't know if this is communication between you and another, or if this is just communication between you, you know, and your higher self, like speaking into existence, you know, what it is that, you know, you want. The card of Justice is Libra. Some of you could be dealing with a Libra, but ultimately I feel like, you know, you've come clean, you know, with the fact that you're no longer going to tolerate, you know, relationships or people or situations that, you know, aren't serving you. When Justice shows up, you know, again, it's asking for that balance to be there, okay? Six of Pentacles and the Justice card speak of the same thing, even give and take, right? What you put in, you know, you getting out. Someone who's going to be truthful with the way that they feel, honest, you know, in their dealings, and fair, you know, in your relationship, okay? You want somebody who's able to express themselves, you know, and be able to communicate with you in a way so that you feel, you know, what it is that they're feeling inside, or that you are, you know, for sure, like how they feel, you know, about you, okay? So Page of Air, you have some type of communication that is lingering, you know, around you. Now, the Page of Air is usually a delayed energy. It's delayed news. So you could have been waiting for this person to arrive, or I don't know. Maybe you're just, haven't, communicated in some way, shape, or form with your person. But communication is here twice. I feel like there's so much that, you want, either you want to do or you want in your life, or even just a lot that you want to say. Okay, we have two messengers here, and they don't show up unless there's news of some kind. So maybe there is emotions that you want to express for some of you to someone, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you just feel the need to talk. The moon is here, so some of you may just want to speak. Some of you may need, to some type of healing, maybe a therapist or a counselor, of some kind. But there is communication that is here in your reading. Not quite sure where it's going right now, but it's definitely here. Okay, the energy of communication is here. Four of Cups. So this is a pretty interesting energy. When I think of the Four of Cups, it reminds me of being bored, maybe of the same old shit, Pisces. So some of you could just simply want to change, right? And it's kind of sitting right underneath this transformation card. Some of you can be bored with relationships. Some of you can be, even fed up, with relationships to some degree. But I feel like you guys want, something new. Like you're just like, this Four of Cups is like, I don't want that. It speaks of refusing offers. Okay, so you could be having lots of offers coming in. You could be having, people from the past reach out and say, hey, you want to hang out, you want to go out. And a lot of you are like, nah, I'm good. Been there, did that. Don't want to do it again. You could have that energy going on around you, but definitely you're refusing offers. A lot of you are bored with the opportunities that are presenting themselves around you at this time. And you're refusing to go back, to old, situations or relationships. If they didn't work before, there's a significant chance that they may not, work again. It's very few times that, I recommend, not that I'm the professional here, but, a lot of people don't recommend, going back. Going back sometimes just really, doesn't change. The Magician. I was feeling the Magician earlier. I really was. And it's kind of that energy where it's like you have to give a little, to get a little. But with a little hard work and a little imagination, you can surely get, whatever it is that you want. Okay, that's just the power of, the Magician. He just knows, he's resourceful. Like he knows how to reinvent things. He knows how to make things happen. So whatever it is that you want, you have the energy that is surrounding you right now to say, hey, you got it. Okay, Pisces, you have the Ace of Fire above the Magician again. So, whatever it is that you want to start, whatever it is that you want to ignite, whatever it is that you want to manifest, the energy is here for you to do so. Some of you can be meeting or may have been dealing with Gemini or possibly a Virgo. It could, again, you could be dealing with any sign, or there could be any sign headed your way. You could have had any of these signs reach out to you recently to try to reinvent the wheel with you here. But I do feel for a lot of you, you're like, no, if I'm gonna manifest anything in my life right now, if I'm going to bring anything new into my existence, it's going to definitely be something that's going to stay, and something that's going to make me happy, and something that I can grow with. Okay, for sure. All right, so a lot of you could be concentrated on that particular thing, maybe find it in a relationship. And some of you, you're just concentrated on making your life work for you in all areas, at this time. This Nine of Swords just wants to come out so bad, but unless it flies out, I'm not going to take it, okay? Because I don't want anything destroying this reading, all right? I just don't. All right, so you got the Two of Air, though. So decisions to make. And some of you could be confused about, a particular person, or just in a place of indecision about being in a relationship or in love overall. Okay, the Two of Swords says that you have options for sure. All right, and there's many paths or different roads that you can take, but you could be just at a crossroads right now, or torn between a conversation here, because we have the Messenger of Earth above the Two of Air. So some of you could be Not so sure if you want to converse with a particular person right now. With the Two of Air next to the Magician, you could just be uncertain if this is a good time, you know, for you to manifest a relationship. There's all kinds of possibilities, you know, here on the table. But, you know, there is something here for you, Pisces. Like if you're not in a relationship, I feel a very lucky energy surrounding you, you know, at this time. I feel that a lot of you are going through some life cycles or some changes, you know, but just know that nothing is permanent. All right, potential is always there. Look, the potential to get married, you know, is there. Like I said, the Hierophant, you know, represents solid relationships. Okay, it represents marriage. All right, just knowing like what it is that you want, like your inner truth inside, like your beliefs. Like if you want love, change your beliefs about it. But if you're looking to get married, if you're looking for a solid commitment or relationship, there it is, right? There's your Hierophant. It's here for you. It's up to you to take it, leave it. Hell, you're the Magician. Do what you want to do with it, right? If you want to change and transform the way you look at love, your belief, your thoughts about it, then do so, right? The energy is here for you. All right, let's get one more of these and then we're going to move on, okay? All right, messages for Pisces and love. All right, so it looks like you got two. So you got the Four of Air and you also have, you know, the Seven of Air. We're going to leave it at that. So the Four of Swords speaks of time out to heal. Some of you needed a little solitude and a little, you know, some time to recoup from a particular situation, and it probably was the Seven of Air. All right, the Seven of Air is a very heavy energy. All right, you could have been feeling like when it comes to relationships that you're always being, you know, stabbed in the back, you know, or you're dealing with, you know, people who don't accept responsibility when it comes to relationship and what it takes to maintain them. The Seven of Air on a more darker energy can speak to you guys being in relationships where you've been lied to or you've been deceived, okay, where it's just been a relationship full of opportunists or people who are all about like sneaky behavior and shenanigans, okay? But if this is where you've been, I can tell you that I can see that you have no intention on going back that way at all, all right? The Four of Air has allowed you to rest, you know, and have a break from a time where a relationship may have been a little stressful on you. A lot of you have had to take time out, you know, from marriages, you know, from commitments that you've had for others because of this Seven of Swords energy. It's just been, you know, a little crazy out there, all right? We have the Queen of Air on the bottom of the deck. So you could have been dealing with someone who could have been, you know, maybe a little shrewd, you know, with their feelings, okay? The Queen of Swords doesn't mean any harm. However, sometimes she could be a little off, okay? They can be a little too serious maybe for your playful energy. The Queen of Swords can be a little cold, you know, at times, maybe a too, you know, authoritative or maybe too masculine, and maybe that just didn't suit you, you know, very well. Some of you could have been dealing with energies that are really independent, you know, and kind of just, I don't know, maybe it just wasn't, you know, your cup of tea. Okay, shuffling the cards, we have the Star card, you know, on the bottom of the deck. And the Star speaks of times of healing. I do feel lots of luck, like I said earlier for you guys. There are energies here where I feel that there is going to be some type of blessing coming in when it comes to your love life. Look, 10 of Water on the bottom of the deck. This is all about happiness and loving energy. It's just abundance and flow, you know, coming towards you, Pisces. Like you feeling complete, having a happy family, having a happy home. And the 10 of Water is another card of blessings and fortune and security and marriage. Okay, so this is what, you know, I have for you. Chariot again on the bottom of the deck. Some of you could be dealing with a Cancer, but you have success. Just stay determined, you know, keep control, you know, of your mind and your emotions and things of that nature. So let's see, what other messages do we have for you? have here? We have two. So we have the Nine of Pentacles and we have the Three of Pentacles. Sorry, I had to put that a little closer to my eyes because I don't have my glasses on. So the Nine of Pentacles is beautiful. I love the Nine of Pentacles because it's like where you have, you know, almost everything that you need, right? You have a little extra because the Nine of Pentacles says so, right? You have, you know, your finances are kind of where you need them to be. The Nine of Pentacles is the energy of freedom and independence, you know, a time where you can be selfish and spend time with yourself, okay? Three of Pentacles, this is you working and collaborating honestly with you. That's how I feel. It is a card of teamwork, right? And this is the type of foundation that you want to lay, you know, with another, you know, where you're comfortable, you have what you need, you can work together, you know, you're kind of laying those foundations and collaborating, you know, and conversating the way it should be. So you really want to lay foundations with somebody who has a fucking clue, you know, so to speak, you know, somebody who has a little self-worth, right? Somebody that, you know, is independent but knows how to hold down a home and at the same time offer you love but yet freedom, so you're not being smothered. So you want the gamut here, Pisces. Like I feel like this time around you really want somebody that's going to offer you like the package as a whole, right? Not with, you know, pieces missing. All right. You want the package to be right, you know, this time around. If you are even going to consider, you know, a new beginning with anybody here, okay? You're like, nope, not this time, not this time. Oh my God, you got the Magician again. So you are calling in something, and Justice and the Hierophant. All right, so some of you are fooling me. All right, you are wanting this commitment. You are wanting, you know, this relationship. Like you want the world. I feel like a lot of you, like you, again, you want that full package, right? You just don't want any old thing. Justice, the card of Libra, once again, you want somebody that's going to be honest, somebody that's going to be truthful, somebody who knows how to work the dynamics, you know, of love and a relationship, somebody who knows, you know, what it takes. You know, you're probably going to need somebody who's been through it just like you in order for you to get this, because unless you have these experiences of good relationships, bad relationships, and those in the middle, you kind of don't, you know, they don't really know, you know, they have to go through those experiences in life. And this is what you're trying to manifest, like big time. A lot of you could be dealing with a Gemini or a Virgo because the Magician has showed up twice, but this is where your concentration is, okay? The Magician is concentrated on manifesting a relationship that's going to be a relationship of a lifetime, not just one of those flighty relationships that's here and gone. You know, people who don't know what they want, don't know where they're going, don't know, you know, who they are. I don't think that this is where your heart is at this time, Pisces. So let's get you a couple more exiting messages. We're going to check out your bonus card, and then we're going to move on. So you have the card of Resistance. So there's someone who has their eye on you, Pisces, or there's someone that you have your eye on because we have a secret admirer here. But remember, when I mentioned earlier, I felt that there was a sense of you holding back, right? This card says resistance, all right? And when the Strength card showed up, I kind of saw that, like, you may be strong, okay? Don't get me wrong, all right? You may be strong and you may be holding yourself back or suppressing your feelings, you know, for someone or about someone at this time. If that's a good thing, then great, right? If this person's toxic and, you know, is taking the grip of God to keep you from reaching out to them because, you know, they just don't work well with your heart and your energy, by all means do so. However, right, when you use the energy of strength, you know, don't abuse it, because, you know, if you're holding back for all the wrong reasons, right, if it's pride, if it's ego, things like that, then you're not hurting anyone but yourself, okay? But, you know, somebody here, you know, is being very careful with their energy, okay? Because some of you just don't want to be hurt, okay? So I see you suppressing or holding back or resisting the urge, you know, to fall back into love or relationship again because you could have been hurt. But The love is still there, all right? There's still something here. So as much as you hold back, as much control as you're having over this, don't let that superpower, you know, go into like that dark shadow energy where you're hating the world or you're hating relationships because previous ones didn't work out, okay? But resistance is good, but it can also turn into, you know, a toxic trait. You got the card of karma. So you had that cause and effect energy was, I was feeling that earlier with the justice card. Cause and effect. You know, Pisces, I'm not sure how I really want to relate this card like into your message, but you know, I have to say it for what the card, you know, is. This is justice again, so you have it here twice. So one, you guys could be dealing with a Libra. You got that here twice, so it is what it is. But when karma shows up, it's kind of like a time, you know, for either a payout or a payback. All right. So if you are trying to be malicious to somebody or paying them back, you know, if that's what's holding you back, that's not cool. If someone is doing this to you, it's still not cool. But karma is here to kind of make what was wrong right. All right. It's the energy of cause and effect, you know, really coming clean. If you have been unfair in your past relationships, or if you're being unfair, you know, to someone else, just know that it's not your role to dish karma out, right? It's supposed to be like a cosmic thing. Just let things happen. You know, don't try to punish somebody because they hurt you or because they punished you, because you know, it's just going to come back around. But I do feel like some of you are maybe dishing out to someone a little bit of their own medicine, I guess I'm thinking here. And hoping that you will get, you know, someone to see the pain or the confusion that they may have caused in your life is kind of what I'm feeling here. Maybe you're trying to get them to open their heart up and understand how to deal with emotions better. I don't know what lesson you're trying to, you know, send to someone here, but I think it's part of this resistance, right? I feel like you withholding yourself, you know, from this person, withholding your feelings, withholding your communication, or maybe someone's doing this to you. You're just trying to dish out, you know, maybe some of the feelings or the whatever they did to you, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I guess. But karma's here, but remember, this shit never stops. Like, karma just keeps going around and around and around. Like, it makes its rounds. And so, you know, whatever you dish out, you know, you're going to get back. Even if your intention right now is to give someone else a little dose, you know, of their own medicine, just know that karma is reciprocal. It just keeps going and going and going. All right. So there you go. All right. So we got this clinging card, and I do, for some of you, not all, you may have, you know, this energy where, you know, you could be still, you know, keeping tabs on someone, or someone's keeping tabs on you. You know, someone hasn't, you know, completely let go of you. This clinging energy, clinging is strong, you know, it's kind of like a strong energy. It reminds me of like the devil, you know, a little bit, where, you know, someone's always on your mind, or you're always watching, or you're holding on, and, you know, even to the point of lusting, you know, after, you know, another. And usually when this type of energy shows up, it's usually like a soulmate or a twin flame that kind of puts you in this particular energy, where it has you like watching someone, spying maybe on social media, things like that. And that could be because, you know, you're still in an area or a place of indecision still, like you're hot and cold, you know, with a particular person around you. And again, you probably have choices of other people, the choice of dealing with this person or not dealing with this person. But There's still a touch of sadness or grief here and sorrow still, okay? There's still an energy where you're working through something, all right? For some of you, your person could be working through rejection. Maybe that's the karma that you're trying to put out here, because I just heard rejection. It could be that. You could be still working through pain, or maybe you're trying to cause pain, to your person if they cause pain to you. But ultimately, that's not a very mature energy. Like, you're a water sign. I need you to operate just a little bit higher if this is you. And if this is your person, then as you know, they're just being fucking petty, Pisces. So let them have their way if that's where they want to be. Continue on with your purification and your healing and your cleansing. And that's just how you need to do it. I don't know. That's what I recommend. I don't know. All right, guys. So that's the message that I have for you. This is your bonus reading, Pisces. Let's get your bonus card and see what we're walking away with. So we have the Hangman. So the Hangman is your card. All right. So again, you have full control out of this. All right. You're showing up in your own reading. So you're being advised to first look at the big picture, right? What it is that you want, again, what it is that you don't want. All right. The Hangman does speak of a transition, of some kind, just kind of, moving on for something for the most part. A lot of you with the Hangman here, you're still hanging on to someone. You haven't quite let that go. What you're waiting for, I'm not quite sure, because the Hangman is a card of waiting, hanging on, but also the card of surrender and contemplation to some extent. So what it is that you're thinking about right now, I don't really know. It's probably rather to hold on to this particular relationship or to retreat from it and just let it go. All right. But look at the big picture, I think, before you make any decisions. All right. You still have not released a particular energy. It has not gone yet because you're still clinging on, or someone's still clinging on to you. So if you've released this, just know that your person has not. All right, reverse the roles. If it's not you, it's them. Somebody's still holding on. Someone's still clinging. Someone's still fighting for this energetically. Ties have not been broken yet between you and someone else, Pisces. So this is the message that I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your bonus reading, and I will see you guys in the next video.